And so today we just have a little bit of time, and I've also been very busy running here and there, so I haven't had really much time to think about giving a teaching. I haven't prepared any kind of teaching, but I would like to offer some remarks and some thoughts. This time that we are in is just an incredibly special and precious time. So at this time, our Lama, for myself, both my Lama and my uncle, my relative, and for all of you, your own root guru, has passed away. And so when one's guru passes into Parinirvana, then we have to understand there's always two different kayas, or two aspects of the guru. There's the form kaya and the Dharmakaya. And so among these two, the form kaya has disappeared. And so the form kaya seems to have disappeared, or is not evident anymore, but the Dharmakaya, that aspect, it never changes, it never disappears. Even when the Lama enters Parinirvana, there's no change to his Dharmakaya. And right now, at this particular time, the Guru's form kaya has disappeared or has changed, but his body is still present. We can still see and relate to his body. And of course, his Dharmakaya, wisdom, is also definitely still present. And so this is a very special time. And during this time, it is very important to remember the Guru's kindness and to also remember the Guru's qualities.
그 공적 라인에 가르치는 라마가 공부하면서 좁히 채도 안 쳐봐도 냐면 가르치는 데가 공적 학교에서.
And so this time, we have a couple different words for this in Tibetan. Sometimes we call it the Dungchut, which means that we are making offerings to the Guru's body, his kudung, which is present. This time can also be called the Lama's gonzok, which means his wisdom intent is becoming perfected or completed. And that is because his wisdom and his realization is reaching their perfection or their completion, full extent. Gonzok. Is that right?
Oh yeah, they needed also 다니까나 돈도 좀 받았어. 또 동초되는 그 공조되는 그 아까르레드나 라마가 공부할 쪽까지나 아마도 그 가르치나 라마가 공부할 쪽까지나 라미가 주전들은 그 아니 라미가 성화되는 그 냠선은 라미 공부할 쪽한테서.
Sorry, so before I was saying those two different words, dungshut or gonzok, either way it means we are making offerings to the Guru as his wisdom intent is being perfected, or making offerings to the Guru's body as it is present here. So both of those things really have the same meaning. Right now is this special time when we are relating to the Guru in that way. And what should we do? How should we do? We should remember the Guru's instructions, and we should try to practice according to his instructions and the Dharma that we know.
Indeed, Lama 공부할 쪽도 가르치는 Lama capture creating. Lama capture 받대라는 사람들 다서 넘보지요래. 되는데 나도 제가 Lama 그냥 나도 디네 친 디스턴트는 나도 돈반도야 또는 너네 주 샤프를 개종 출개와 저야돼 되나는 그 지금 존재전에 되라지나 라미 공부할 수 봐요. 그래서
And so at this time, when the Guru's wisdom intent is being perfected, then there are many different ways to practice and to relate to celebrate this. But one of the most, among those, it's very important to follow and accomplish the Guru's commands or the advice that he gave. And how can we really follow the Guru's advice and celebrate the Guru, make offerings to the Guru at this time? It is by making our own life meaningful, by doing virtuous activities, by reciting the Dharma, and by engaging in all of the virtuous activities that are taught.
야, 된다가는 라마가 공부할 수 없으셔도 듣지도 못 보여랬어. 당가서 추공도 쉬나 당가서 탑바른 말 그요래. 탑바른 말 그는 그 냐면 끊지나 라마 공부할 수 없다니 이제 촉이요랬어.
And so, of course, there are many different practices that can be done at this time. It's suitable to do practices from any of the 9 yanas, all of the different levels of Buddhism. Any of those practices are suitable.
옛날 다당 가서는데 그 냠nen제 하데 가르에서 나서 가지고 도선 라만 쳐봐대 냠nen제 요레스.
And so right now our main focus during this whole time has been doing the Dorsan Lama Chopa Chariot of Great Merit Vajrasattva practice.
되네 도선 라만 쳐봐네 겁나 간다에 있다는 뜻나서 라마가 공부할 수 없게 샤워도 토교 오늘에서는 당어선 돈반 돈변에 겁나 리너 이덕선도 청마다는 그 그거 돈반은 돈반 농신들의 제답나 안 듣고요래서.
So if we ask how can we relate to our Guru's wisdom intent at this time, by doing this practice, the Chariot of Great Merit, engaging in it with our body, with speech, and with mind, all of these in harmony, together practicing.
당아서 리는 당아서 먹어야 주면 득단 돈반도야 등 성사야 등 기바지야 등 소리 딱조 셈들이스. 셈들 가르에서는 셈가 나와서 답바자야 동. 그게 먹반전이야. 그게 있는 거 근홍성하지야. 계속 소 계속 집잡아 통네 Bim tartim lama tong de rang sim lami gomba tong rang sim yermini de jirati bim tartu kadres.
So we know how to engage in this practice with body and speech. We are already doing that. We have things to recite, we can make offerings, we can do each stage of the practice. But the most important thing is our minds. In our minds, we must be cultivating faith. We should be focusing on the visualization and cultivating focus and awareness, and also cultivating a pure motivation. And so all of these are aspects of the mind, but then the ultimate aspect of the mind is for our own mind to become merged or inseparable with the Guru's wisdom intent. So that is the ultimate aspect, or the very best aspect of what we are doing, is for our minds to become merged with the Guru's wisdom mind and inseparable. But if we just think, oh, now I'm becoming inseparable from my Guru's wisdom mind, just thinking those thoughts is not going to do it. But we have to start with that. So we start with that, and then what do we think? We should think about the Guru. Think the Guru is directly, obviously a Buddha, certainly a Buddha, and cultivate faith and confidence in that. And we must also cultivate great respect for the Guru's advice or his commands, whatever he has given us. And we should think to ourselves, at the cost of my life, I will not transgress my Guru's commands, and I will accomplish his instructions. And so now each one of us, whenever we have the chance, we should always remember the Guru's qualities and the Guru's kindness and supplicate to him. And if we are practitioners of secret mantra, we must understand that we each hold the secret mantra Samaya, or vows. Part of that, an important part of that, is not to transgress the Guru's commands. And so we must understand that the root and the foundation of secret mantra and Dzogchen practice is Samaya. If we have pure Samaya, then all of our efforts, joyful effort, and everything we try to engage in will be successful. If we do not have pure Samaya, then no matter how much effort and diligence we put into practice, it will not be successful.
Lama 성경국은 대시도는 단축 yapashtung beneran go surndipchi lama ka yondan tan tendaina aso chokyon chokyori ene prepayong jenggyori bene remji anan go stondina enyam tong stokpa aran so so ge remji icheyong tartuna amone tonne ka lama tong ran ko Lami Gomba Daranga Simzeranda, Sanke on the Maranso Nunko Lamazigona, Maso Tadaina, Lamazi the Shilona Yo, San Shilo, the non-duality Lamari, Sanjitena Sanoyo. And a Namsik Kama Oda, Lamazina, Aranga Sim than Chakras Zan in the road, Maya Sanjika Timika, so each is yet, then that Yonji on the Resi, and the Latron does.
And so first, we should see the Guru as a Buddha, directly as a Buddha. And then based on that, we should keep our Samaya with the Guru. And then based on that, we should supplicate to the Guru and remember the Guru's qualities. And based on that, we should accumulate merit and purify obscurations in many ways. And then slowly, slowly, gradually, our experience of the Guru will increase and will become more and more clear. And finally, the ultimate result of all of this, what finally occurs, is that the Guru's wisdom mind and our own mind become completely inseparable. Right now, we think to ourselves, oh, the Guru is something outside of ourselves. If we look, we have that assumption or that basic belief. But slowly, slowly, if we do all of these things, they slowly add up, and gradually, gradually, we'll get to the point where we just know, we have perfect confidence that the Guru is not any different than our own mind. And so that is the ultimate state that will come from all of this effort and practice.
Oh yeah, then that it in a Sundani stop and don't ban don't it in a Sundin Sunduga in Sango, it's sitting in Tangaman that Lama knew in your net songs it and the Surdin and Duga.
We are always reciting the prayer about discovering the Guru in our own heart. And so it's that kind of idea.
There is a thing that the Carson Terum comes on Lami, Dorsum Soper, Stiparis, and let's go to Rantons Mapo, Domba, the Jibat and the Dibas which have a Rantons Mapo, donuts must be Bachapures.
And so for the last few days, we've been doing the Kunzanima Vajrasattva instead of the Dorsan Lama Chopa. This one's called the Mirror of Vajrasattva's Enlightened Mind. And so this is exactly the same meaning. So everything that I just said applies also to this practice that we're doing today. The only difference between these two practices is that this one, the Kunzanima Vajrasattva, is shorter. So there's the extensive one, which is the Chariot of Great Merit, and there's this one, which is a little shorter, but you should have confidence that the meaning is exactly the same.
Now, there's some Lama Chopana, these are Japan. Yoretina, Maso Shabja, Jaya, Chopa, Gaya, the Rinpoche Yores. In now, Damaso Shabja, Mambo, Jan, Chopa, also single some of the chicken maton, Shabja, the Jashin, the Young.
So the Chariot of Great Merit, Dorsan Lama Chopa, is the more extensive practice. And you will notice it has sections for prostration and for offering and many, many different sections for each different activity. But we have to understand that we have to accompany all of those different aspects with our mind and our attention and intention. If we are just reciting those and just outwardly doing prostration or offering or everything like that, that's not really complete. It must involve the mind as well. So in the Chariot of Great Merit practice, when we get to the offering section of we should really be thinking about the meaning. Agmet means limitless, Namka means space. And so we're imagining that countless offering goddesses emanate and fill all of space completely limitlessly. We should make our visualization very, very vast, emanating from our heart. And so just inconceivable vast offerings are being made, and each offering is being made to our own root guru, who is the embodiment of all the Buddhas and all the Bodhisattvas. And we're making this offering on behalf of all sentient beings so that they could accumulate merit and purify obscurations. And additionally, each offering verse has a different focus, offering of water for drinking, water for bathing, etc. And so we should be trying to imagine these things as immediately and sort of fresh and beautiful and as compelling as we can make them.
Dinari tenim chulpaina ra gajamba den disumon yanok damba ne kabina ra chama den rang gamu pa den zen chadu chongdji ene tapa jo lama ta yeme basum di dorji sama to gum tetin dona e tartu kır dina jemje de gare ina devo de gare ina de gare ina toyong kres.
And so we should do this for not only the offering section, but all of the 7 branches that are included in the practice. Each one of the 7 branches, whatever the practice is focusing on at that moment, we should do our best to visualize and focus on what's happening. And at the same time, cultivate faith and see our guru as inseparable from Vajrasattva as the main focus of our practice in front of us. And so if we do all of this and with the correct focus, then we will be able to see some fruit into our practice.
Tindares, teni tamazu dursim lama chupazi chitana, guru yoga chuparis, tamazu sootno lama lastini de rungujuk tokores, ene de lama lastini tamazu garunga stava stokore, lama lastini sopa sosom chuparishan yeteres. Samatinan dionre, tastanasnat lama gombar soma kayindide, une ditsu chapter jandela nyamninchina, nanjin tong mandavi, payunchin pa, nipa chin boimpa, arjitna sonre, so dorjinchin no sonre, arjitna no dorjitna ka, rang rangjen ganga so ko lama zigdan rangjen gamba chushat na ma arjitna no sonre.
And the Chariot of Great Merit practice is also a Guru Yoga practice, so it's important to understand that. And so it is really based on the Guru that we can achieve any kind of spiritual accomplishment. It's based on the Guru that we can realize the view. It's based on the Guru that we are able to accumulate merit and that we are able to purify obscurations. And so the Guru is the focus and the basis and the is what brings about all of these different things in our practice. And so at this time when our Guru has passed into Parinirvana, this is a very, very special time for practice, and this is not like any other time that will occur. And this is a time where you can accomplish great benefit. It's also a time where you can accomplish great harm. But it's a very a heavy time, a time with very serious implications. And so it's a very important time to practice. Oh, and it says this in the Tantras. This is not something that I'm making up or that is just kind of said casually, but it explains this in the Tantras, that this is a very sacred time.
Yeah, right now that's what mark this one Rinpoche DP Lama Tsugo, Tukuna Baronoso, Sayu Lama Gombarzo Benekana. Tene Tapaja, Tene, Surdi Money, Stitch by Tanata, Tarkuna Baga to Dirji, the Turkish on the Ba, Samaya, Dine Caption is the Tapalandua, the Lama Gomba, Zone, the Econos of Money Tapa, Stitching Sonnet, Suratani, then Dirji, the Judimission of Jindua, Dirji, Dirji. Dirji lati Lama Gombar zone, tena Loma Tasuga Tapa Jok, and it is so last station, Tadetion as Rendua, but that did so the Musera in his passing Rendusi.
When at this time, they will just occur in our minds. We're from. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. it is explained in the Tantras that in previous times when great Dzogchen masters would pass away, then the disciples with great faith would supplicate single-pointedly, and then the Guru would again appear in the sky in front and give their last testament or their final teachings. And so that is how powerful this time is.
어떤 날이 막 도착가 제가 시험에 카타 디모스 힘드니 맞아요. 소파 디스원에서 지치에서.
So that is just the little bit of advice or remarks that I had to share today. And so now we can go ahead and do the practice.